General Hospital recaps. Sonny Corinthos told Jason Morgan his plan, and Isaiah Gannon broke up a catfight. Also, Tracy Quartermain gloated as Cody Bell saved her behind. Sonny tells Jason his plan. Sonny Corinthos and Jason Morgan arrive at Sonny's place, where Sonny mentions that ADA Justine Turner believes she can send him to prison. However, he points out that her key witness, Natalia Ramirez Eva LaRue, is about to vanish. The house is prepared, and the guards are in position. They plan to send her off to Belize after she delivers the records. Jason expresses his worry that Natalia may have already disclosed everything to Jen Sidwell Carlo Rota. Sonny is skeptical about that, but he acknowledges that Sidwell will still make arrangements. Lucy meets Sidwell and Marco at Metro Court. At Metro Court, Lucy Lynn Herring, was taken aback when Sidwell invited his son Marco Rios, Adrian Anchondo, to lunch. They talk about his pride and joy. Sidwell's other home is in Dubai, and he reveals that Sonny was initially going to sell his peers to him but ultimately changed his mind. Marco expresses his regret upon hearing this. Jens dismisses it casually, but Lucy believes she can make it happen. She resolves to take action immediately. He puts on a show of telling her that she doesn't need to do that, yet she remains resolute. He refers to her as an angel and embraces her. After she leaves, Marco questions whether she can pull it off. Jens is hopeful. He mentions that he would prefer to avoid getting his hands dirty, but if necessary, so be it. Isaiah breaks up a catfight. At the pool, Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, expresses her jealousy to Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, suggesting that she must be worn out from entertaining her husband all afternoon. Portia believes they were reminiscing about their romantic history. In response, Jordan advises her to discuss this with her husband. She reminds Portia that they are friends and urges her to regain her composure if she and Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, are facing issues. It's not Jordan's responsibility. Portia feels she deserves dignity. Meanwhile, Isaiah overhears as Jordan tells Portia to take action. If her marriage is faltering, it's on her. In a fit of anger, Portia throws her drink in Jordan's face, prompting Jordan to shout, "What's wrong with you?" Gannon pulls her away, and Portia leaves. He approaches Jordan to inquire about her interaction with Curtis. Carly refuses to help Nina. Nearby, Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, approaches Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, seeking assistance in her attempt to separate Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, from Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen. Carly reveals that she has put in considerable effort to achieve this, yet nothing has succeeded so far. Nina suggests various ideas, but Carly is aware that Drew will not entertain any arrangement regarding the children without his involvement. Nina pleads with Carly, who, while sympathetic to Willow's situation, cannot overlook Willow's past actions. As a result, Nina will have to take matters into her own hands to prevent Willow from marrying Drew. Trina wants to help Curtis and Portia. At the gallery, Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, informs Curtis that Kai Taylor, Jens Austin Astrup, overheard Portia's and Curtis' conversation. She explains he overheard that the only way she would be safe is if they located the escort and paid her to claim that Drew used the ketamine as a party drug. Trina pleads with her father to explain the situation. He responds that knowing less is better for her, but Trina insists she doesn't need protection. In fact, she believes she can assist. He declines to allow her to become a target. She agrees that both she and Kai will remain silent to avoid putting their mother at risk. Tracy ruins Drew's press conference. Tracy is live as the press conference unfolds. She accuses Drew of using drugs, placing them in her vehicle, and labels him a disgrace and embarrassment to her family. He deserves to be ousted from office, just like his stepmother expelled him from their home. Martin Gray's Michael E. Knight. Shock is palpable, and he instructs Brooklyn Quartermain Chase, Amanda Sutton, to take her grandmother home. While Tracy and Martin bicker, Kai pulls Drew aside away from the conflict. Martin shouts that Tracy is being disrespectful, and Tracy counters by mentioning the video of Drew and Willow in a compromising situation in the nursery. The bickering continues. Tracy gloats as Cody saves her behind. They engage in a heated argument regarding Drew's surname, with him accusing her of drugging the congressman. She refutes the claim. He was caught behaving like a college student on spring break. Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, enters the room and speaks up, and Martin brings him to the podium. He states that Drew didn't put the bottle of ketamine in her car. Although he doesn't support Mr. Kane, he cannot obstruct justice. Tracy shouts, "Cody!" Cody explains that he is responsible for the horses at the Q mansion. Hades needed a minor medical procedure, and he borrowed Tracy's car and mentions that he had to get ketamine for the procedure and accidentally left it in her car. Cody continues his story. Miss Quartermain didn't drug Mr. Kane, she's innocent. Martin questions why he didn't come forward sooner, and Cody replies that he doesn't follow the news and only needed the ketamine today. Additionally, he took Tracy's car without permission and didn't want her to find out. Martin suspects that Tracy has paid him off, but Cody shows the veterinary receipt. Martin suggests it might be altered. He and Tracy argue about who will have it verified, and she grabs it from Cody. Martin lunges for it and tumbles into the crowd, landing face first. Drew goes back to the podium and attempts to halt the press conference. Tracy stands next to him and urges him to say sorry. He complies. Martin's back is killing him. Tracy confides the truth to Brooklyn. After the conference, Martin is in severe pain while Drew shouts at him and refuses to give him more than the retainer after the incident. Drew informs Kai that he plans to marry Willow so she can gain custody of her children. In another room, Chase inquires if his story will hold up. Cody is confident it will. Nearby, Tracy tells Brooklyn that she will have to overlook Cody taking her car without her consent and boasts to Brooklyn that QS are effective. Later, she confesses that Michael came up with a plan to create the story, which cleared both Tracy and Drew.